So the purpose of my memoir has kind of evolved over the years. For 4 years, when I was incarcerated, everybody else was allowed to tell my story, and I wasn't allowed to make any public statements, and neither were my attorneys. In fact, my attorneys are still under gag order to this day. During which time, a Broadway play, a documentary, and 2 Hollywood films were made about my life. I also cannot profit off of anything that has my name on it. I can't make a single dollar off of my memoir or anything moving forward off of my name or reputation. And so the big question going into this memoir is not so much, why it was important if the story's already out there. It was more of how do I personally move forward? How do I take action in restoring my reputation after certain allegations by the United States government during the pre-trial legal process against me while I was incarcerated. And it had originally started as a prison memoir because when I first got out of prison, the only thing I identified as was a convicted felon. And so throughout the years of working on it, working with my editor who said, well, no, you do have to mention your service in the Air Force, because I felt like my status as a veteran was stripped away from me by the prosecution when they weaponized my career as a linguist against me. They said that's what made me so dangerous. So I reclaimed that, and then I reclaimed my childhood. And for me, it has been a way to sort of end the questions about my life. And no further movies or plays, hopefully. Though I am thinking about a musical about, that would be interesting. And then the overall message right now in 2025 is I want people to, especially people who are working in this government right now, to know that I made it out okay, that I did have some legal protections. Obviously, I was not a very wealthy person at the time, I was not a powerful person at the time, but I still made it through. So kind of letting people know, like, you can rebel against this system and you might be okay. And I think I want people to kind of know that I made it through, my family made it through. We are stronger, not despite what the government did to me, but because of it. And just to give people kind of like a little bit of hope as we go through a very dark 2025.